I'm sure that everybody that's watching this video is well aware that as of July 28th, Edward Newgate 9-cost Edward Newgate is restricted. You can only have one copy of it in your deck going forward. Now, it's interesting because with one Yonko going down, or rather on one leg, another Yonko is taking the spot where everybody now is starting to say, should 10-cost Big Mom also get hit? That's what we're going to be discussing today. How's it going, everybody? My name is Ryan, aka Blackbeard TCG. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day, and if not, hopefully I can make it a little bit better. Now, look, not only are we going to be talking about 10-cost Big Mom today, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below right now. What do you think? Do you think 10-cost Big Mom needs to be hit? Or not? Should we let it rock? You know, we don't want to take down too many Yonkos as of yet. Let me know in the comments below. And also, shout out to everybody that showed up to the live stream this weekend for Big News TV. On that stream, we went ahead and talked about the ban list and just other things in general for the One Piece card game. Essentially, Big News TV is going to be a live stream where I'll be communicating with you guys through chat. But then also, if any of you viewers want to hop into a Discord with me and give your take and have chat talk to you as well, then you guys have the opportunity to do that. The next episode of Big News TV will probably be this Thursday. I'm not sure what time yet, but stay tuned for that. I will let you know. But with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about 10-cost Big Mom. So, what does Big Mom do? I'm sure you guys all know, but for the sake of the video, let's go over it. On play, if your leader has the Big Mom Pirates type, place up to one card from the top of your deck at the bottom or top of your life. Then, trash one card from the top of your opponent's life. This card is extremely powerful. It's 10 costs, 12k, all right? 12k power, 10 costs. So obviously they got to fully tap out to play this, but although they're fully tapping out, they're getting one life back and you're losing a life, right? It's essentially banishing. It literally is banished because it's going to the trash, right? You're not getting that card to your hand. This is a very, very powerful card. Now, you know, when it comes to these 10-cost cards, these 9-cost, 10-cost cards, you know, they're supposed to be powerful, right? That's the whole idea of these cards, the power fantasy of these cards. You're using all your Dawn in order to play this beast of a card. And so the opportunity cost needs to be there, right? It has to be valuable for you to play. It has to be worth it for you to play it. And let's just say that this Charlotte Linlin in the right spots, in a lot of spots, it's very, very powerful. Now, I'm someone who is maining Crocodile. As you guys know, I'm also playing some Rob Lucci as well. And in OP03, those decks aren't that good into yellow. And so you guys are probably thinking, hey, Ryan, are you just making this video because you're salty and your decks are bad into this color? I'm a little bit salty, I'm not going to lie to you. But no, that's not why I'm making this video. In fact, I actually don't think Charlotte Linlin needs to be hit just yet. I think that a lot of people, like now that we've seen the restricted list, now that we know that our meta isn't going to be following the meta over in Asia, it feels like everybody's just like, okay, free reign, let's hit everything, you know, let's hit Dadan, let's hit Charlotte Linlin, let's hit this, let's hit that. And I feel like, of course, you get to that point where it's like every color has something that could be strong that somebody would want to hit, right? And then it's just like, when does it ever end, right? Like at some point, our list is just going to be astronomically long. So it should only be reserved for those things that are very, very powerful. And so Charlotte Linlin, you could argue that she is very, very powerful and should be on that restricted list, especially because, yes, I know we've all been there, getting hit by a Charlotte Linlin and then getting hit by a Charlotte Linlin on the following turn. That shit hurts. If the opponent is able to drop 2 10-cost Charlotte Linlins on you, my God. I mean, the game is basically over. By any means, if they're able to drop 3, you just scoop phase, right? But like, more often than not, if it's 1, you could play through it. If it's 2, it's really hard. And so, of course, you could say, well, Ryan, you know, if you're in that situation where your opponent has the ability to drop 2 10-cost Charlotte Linlins, you're probably going to lose anyways at that point. And you're not wrong. But again, you know, with me playing a deck like blue that will struggle into yellow, especially if I don't see Sentamaru, for example, or playing black, for example, right? You're going to struggle. And so, of course, you want to try to rush yellow down, but there's only so much what you can do against these types of decks right now in this current format. Of course, blue will get access to red rock, which will try to make it a little bit easier. But with that being said, this card is still very powerful. So I don't think that this card needs to be on the list just yet. I really do want to see how our metagame develops, right? I want to see if we see a lot more yellow being played and if a lot more yellow is being played, and it's very, very, what's the word? I was going to say relevant. It's very, I don't know the word. Can't think of the word off the top of my head. But if it's very, very obvious, there we go. If it's very obvious that this card is just an absolute just fun killer, then I could see it going to 1. But to be honest, we still don't see the yellow players in droves as of yet, but it's still early days. There's a ton of events coming up. There's events this weekend. There's going to be online regionals coming up in a couple weeks as well. There's treasure cups and all of those things. So we'll have a lot more data to play with as the weeks go on, and we'll be able to see if this card is actually going to be an absolute menace. And if it is, I'm not going to lie. If it does get hit on the list, I think it's justified because, again, hey, man, I've played into this too many times and gotten Linland into Linland, and it's terrible. Even just getting one shot at Linland, just getting them or the opponent playing it once already feels terrible. But I mean, it's a card game, right? Every deck kind of has some spice that's annoying for the opponent. But I wouldn't be mad if this went to 1, honestly. I'll be completely honest. But with that being said, I don't think it needs to go to 1 right now, where people are like, as soon as OPO4 comes out, drop this to 1. I don't know. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? I'm sure you guys probably already left your comment down below, but I'm very, very curious. I want to read every single one of my, every single one of your comments. You guys will know I read it if you guys see that I liked it. I will be reading every single one. I am curious. Do you think that Charlotte Linland should be hit in OP04? See her get restricted? You guys think we should just rock it out and see how it goes? You know, it's a slippery slope, right? If they just keep hitting, you know, every strong card in every color for any of the main decks, then it's just going to, like, when will it ever end, right? But then, of course, I do understand as well making the meta fresh, but let's be real. Yellow hasn't really been around that long yet. Remember, OPO3 just came out about a month and a half ago, right, guys? So we're just getting our hands into yellow right now. Do we really want to kill it before people really get their chance to really enjoy it, right? Like, I'm not a fan of that, especially when you look at what's it called? Whitebeard, for example, who's extremely strong. And yeah, sure, you could say he got hit with Boat, right? Boat got hit, but it's still a very, very, well, I mean, now it's going to be nerfed, and I still think it's going to be a good deck, but it was still very, very powerful even after the Boat ban. So people were able to enjoy that. So I wouldn't mind seeing Charlotte Linland. I wouldn't mind seeing yellow get its time to shine on top and just pop off. And then if it's a real menace, then we can go ahead and hit it. But let me know your thoughts down below. I will catch you guys later. Peace.